Okay, my name's Liz Chinchen. I work for the TUC, and what we've been taking the bus all around the country. I was in Liverpool last week. I was in Nottingham on Monday, just really talking to people about how changes to benefits, unemployment, government spending cuts are affecting their lives, and people are having a really tough time. They seem to think that politicians don't really understand just how hard their lives are. They get the impression that the government is really only in it for their friends in the city and rich people, and they don't really understand the pressures that ordinary people are facing. With bills going up, their wages, if they're lucky enough to be working, aren't keeping pace with prices, and they're having a really tough time, but they feel no one's listening to them.
And we say that we save people, not banks, and that a firefighter's role is about protecting people, and another way of doing that is standing up for them in these ideological cuts.
It's fantastic to have so many of you out here, kind of thing. And, you know, last time when we were down in Great Yarmouth in Brandon Lewis's manor, he made the comment that there weren't that many of us there. But no fire service cuts, no ifs, no buts, no fire service cuts, no ifs, no buts, no fire service cut. That's fantastic to see, you know, a massive increase in the amount of people this time. And again, I'm sure there'll be a lot more people, because we all know how affected we are by cuts, pensions, and, you know, pay cuts as well. So it's very, very important, as Jamie is saying, to maintain and to improve our frontline service, not only for us, not only for our families, but also for the communities that we support and we protect.
I just think you can't do away with fire stations and with the fire brigade, because you're building more and more houses, you've got more and more people entering the community, and you're cutting back on all the necessities that we need, like firemen, national health, nurses, everything like that. We're ploughing in more, the population's growing everywhere, and all our sort of emergency situations and community staff you're cutting back on. What is your problem? Open your eyes.
So we managed to catch up with someone from Towie, and he's going to tell you what he thinks about austerity. Introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Ricky from Towie. Obviously, if my house is on fire, I'd want someone to be close, I want someone to be local, I don't want them to rush to my services, I don't want to be waiting 20 minutes for someone to come from Broadchurch. I need the local fire service, I support the local fire service, and I support all these boys here.
So this is why we've got an elderly firefighter. And we're trying to raise awareness with the public, and that's why we're here today.
Right, if you need any help, I'm here to help. I support the local fire service.
I'm Councillor Russell Quirk from a party that's newly formed in Brentwood called Brentwood First, where we've turned our backs now on the mainstream political parties such as the Conservative, Labour, Liberal Democrat, to make sure that we as elected members of the public here in Brentwood actually stand up and say what's best for the public, rather than perhaps politicians that generally stand up and just say what's best for them. So I've got a long history here in Brentwood, going back a couple of years now, supporting the watches here at Brentwood Fire Station, where they've rallied against the potential, in fact, as has now happened, the doing away with 2 full-time fire crews, whereby there's just 1 full-time fire crew and a retained crew. I hate to say, I think we're going to see the effects of that in the not-too-distant future, in terms of response rates increasing and probably injuries and deaths increasing, and I think that's just inevitable. I think these guys, what they're doing here today, and have done many times, walking the streets trying to raise the profile of their plight, if you like, whilst politicians sit in Westminster working perhaps 20-21 hours a week with their gold-plated pensions themselves, preaching austerity as they do. And again, whether it's the Red Party, the Blue Party, the Yellow Party, this austerity thing, as they keep saying, is supposed to cover everybody and affect everybody, and clearly it doesn't, because it's the haves that have and the have-nots that I'm afraid keep getting things taken away from them.
Okay. Is Eric ever here?
Eric doesn't use this office.
He doesn't use this office?
He does his surgeries here, doesn't he?
No.
I've been to one.
You see, he hasn't done surgery here since I've been here since November.
So the people of Brentwood elect Eric Pickles, and he doesn't actually ever come to Brentwood?
Yes, he's always in Brentwood, he just doesn't use this office.
Eric Pickles, the example of lean government, doesn't have an office to run from. So the 50-odd people that are out here today have been... that's for... In fact, I want to take a picture of that. I'm going to send it to you right now, Eric. Your office worker said he's going to ring you up and let you know that we've been here. You've been warned. We're not interested in cuts to the public.
I believe they're getting away with it. I had to stop and ask, just out of interest, I completely agree with you. But what does not getting away with it look like. And when they explained it, it worked out it was something a bit like this, but on a much bigger scale. Now, with stuff like this getting off the ground, snowballing, getting bigger and bigger, popping up in more and more towns, it's really, really going to make a difference. So all I'll ask you is when you get back to your stations, whatever parts of the region you come from, make sure that you bring 10 people each to the next one. Explain to them how well this was, the media coverage we got, and how important it is that them and their mates get to the next one. And I can guarantee you we will turn some of this around. I'm confident.